Hey, today we are back talking about some streaming services. Today we are talking about Brazil's Shudder. It's called DarkFlix. Okay, so I have DarkFlix up, and right off the bat, I'm an English speaker natively. You can change that if you are not in Brazil. You have Spanish and Portuguese. You got some Tales of the Crypt here. Ash versus the Evil Dead. I really enjoyed that series. You know, classics like It. So it definitely looks like it has some of the cult favorites. It has some international options as well, and some regional flavors. I like this interface of how it lays everything out, where you can get a good description here. You see the artwork very front and center. Quite a lot on this in what I originally thought was just horror movies. Pretty extensive collection of horror movies, but there's a lot. You know, looks like there's some James Bond films. There's some stuff from China. Here's some American stuff, Ace Ventura. A good mixture of international, regional stuff. You know, some Japanese, Ichi the Killer. Some animation here, really tasteful. I think a really tasteful selection. I remember trying Shudder a while ago, a couple years ago, and there was a couple originals that I liked on there. I think I got a free trial around Halloween or something like that, and I really wasn't that in love with all what they had to offer on there. My first impression, just going through it with you all right now, DarkFlix is much better. Has a lot more to offer than Shudder. I was curious about how many films they have, and it looks like they have 3,000 total that are contracted. However, only about 1,000 are available on the platform simultaneously. Okay, so how much does DarkFlix Plus cost a month? Well, according to this, it says about 10 reais per month, and that comes out to be about $2 USD. So that's quite the bargain. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you can get an annual for 35 reais a year. That comes out to be a little over $6 USD for a whole year. I might be misunderstanding this, but that's what it looks like here, which makes this a hell of a deal. So now that we have looked at it, my final verdict is I think it's worth it. I think that if you like obscure international horror films, even some extreme ones, I think this is a great home for you to check these things out. It really doubles down on that selection of films, and it has a live TV component, and also has films outside of just horror and obscure cinema.